So, something important to note. I think I might be skipping Sobek's Tomb over here. This is a game that I was going to basically do the next episode 4. But the problem with it is that basically is a download only game. And that download is 1.8 gigabytes. This is why we compress our games before we basically put them in, because I've been having issues with itch, because I basically try and start downloading it and then it fails, and then after a certain point it won't basically download anymore because itch is itch. It'll say it's 6 minutes or whatever to basically download all this, but partly through maybe 200 megabytes, 300 megabytes it'll fail, and then it won't work and I basically restart over again and it fails again. So this is why we compress our things. It's very, very small, and people can basically download and uncompress it basically on their own terms. Basically after that, I'm just gonna let this go for a little bit here, but basically 300 megabytes. That's basically already a good amount of chunk of database right there to basically download. And note that this is an exe file. It's not anything compressed or zipped or anything like that. It's just is what it is. Now I won't know, by the way, if this actually does succeed here, then hurry up, basically do it. But I expect at this point it'll basically fail at some point, and then that'll be it. Yeah, there we go, failed. And I basically restart at this point to try and get it to go. I might be able to get it downloaded at some point, but it's just luck of a draw that basically happens. So I tried, I failed. And yeah, I had a good one basically get up a little bit, but let's go to Semiotron by the Plush Girls and see what they basically have for us. Is the takeaway from that. So this will be 32, and if I get it going, this will be free. So there's Semiotron by the Plush Girls. So there's the game right there. Are any of these Sendirels? Oh, by the way, for the other one, it didn't have any oh, there we go. A soft toy having a hard time. So we do have at least one 70-year-old from these guys, because I recognize it right away. Not a whole lot of games, but whatever. A trading company Asia sale, fun. Alright, well, Semiotron by Plush Girls. Let's just set this up. You got basically Nebraska, which is good because I don't have to download the damn thing. Though, yeah, here's the thing. Note this 20 kilobytes. I could download this. This isn't too bad, but you need 1.8 gigabytes. That's going to be just hell to try and get it on my computer if possible. So, control the green square, optimize your steps, collect powerful new moves, survive 16 cycles, and dismantle language and meaning. A Rogue-like game made by the Plush Girls for Roguetemple's Fortnight. Okay, so we got ourselves a Rogue-like. How to play. Press Z key to confirm, X key to cancel, press arrow keys to move around. The intros can be skipped by pressing Z as well. You do not attack by moving into enemies. The only way to attack is to use the action AXN bar on the left. When you step on a tile, the symbol of the tile gets added to your context, CTX bat on the right. Once you have collected the required symbols to perform an action, the action lights up and you can now use it. Performing an action does not consume the symbol. To progress to the next level, move to the orange flashing tile with the square inside square symbol. If you have any question marks in your context when you finish the level, you obtain a new action. The more question marks you have, the more powerful your new action will be. If you get attacked by an enemy or step on an X symbol, an X is added to your context. If all 5 symbols in your context are X's, you lose. Alternatively, you can also lose if you do not have an action available nor free space to move to, which can happen when you are surrounded by enemies. Remarks. The two main inspirations for this game are Michael Brogue, 868 Hack, and Bug Hunter, a rare obscure 1983 PC game by LX Systems, before they rebranded as UFO Soft. We decided to do a more modern take on this genre because we have already made a mechanically conserved 70-year-old 25 entry this year. We already saw that. Ironically, despite the relaxed schedule of the event, we only started working on the game when there was less than a week left and had very little time for polish or testing. Sorry if there ain't bugs we didn't catch. So they made it 2 Sun Reels in a year. Interesting. Alright, well, the plush girls basically made it. That's all there is. Let's just see what it's all about. I think I'm going to have to basically understand this more from, like, playing the game than, like, reading it. So that's the thing. Alright, so let's just see the keys here. Z, X. Punch to attack an adjacent enemy. So use like the arrow keys to navigate the action bar. So yourself. Okay, actually Max moved there. So I got context there. Okay, so we're gonna do an action. Okay, punched him. More enemy spawned. So he attacks me. So I can hop the move. I probably should do that more. So, oh, okay, I get the idea here. In order to use these abilities, you actually have to have the things for, I guess, maybe. So I don't have any circles, so I can't hop around. Spectacle, optimize using viewer data. Okay. Got rid of him. An eye, stationary but scary. Scary. Do I have to have 2 circles in a row or something, I wonder? Alright, so I got maybe to the end there. Got you. Question mark. Question mark, question mark. Oh, the eye's on that now, so that's annoying. It's stationary, but Okay, we got rid of them. I think I lost my question marks there, so. Punch you. Oh, I don't mean to price for puncturing, so I can't punch them, right? So there we go. And yeah, note that I can jump here, so jumping, it's a thing, I can do it. So I got tornado from the question mark to keep. Okay, we got tornado, no idea what that basically does. Attack all enemies around, so circle, triangle, circle. Let's see if this works. So I can use this. The heck are you supposed to be? Mask. Invulnerable until unmasked. How do you unmask it? Well, I masked it, but you know. So it's basically got an HP, like, you know, bonus to it itself. Can we kill them all? It's very much a puzzle game. So I got dash from the thing here. Let's keep it. So dash basically lets me do like a move in a straight line. So, you know, pretty straightforward. But can I attack if I do it? No, it basically just like, you know, immediately gets me attacked basically to resolve that. So not great. Punch them, I guess. A pogo prefers jumping to walking. He's going to jump around, I guess. Oh. So basically he'll jump, right? So, you know, that happened. Get rid of him. So square triangles, but basically gets me over, you know. Whoops. Didn't mean to do it like that, but whatever. Yeah, it's very like, you know, hard to sort of like, you know, figure out how to basically move like the keys and move like the, you know, things here. Boom. That's done. That's the question mark. All right, we got ourselves kick. So basically triangle the attacking adjacent enemy. So now I basically kick him if I want. This is like a weaker attack, but you know, gives me something else to do if I want. No, it doesn't kick him away, so, you know, nothing special about it. No triangles, right? So I can't kick him. There's the pogo. Hello. All right, so I got mine. We'll keep it. Replace an action. Yeah, I have to replace something. So what do I replace? I'm tempted to get rid of tornado because I don't, know how easy it is to basically get 3 of them at once. Getting 2 circles is kind of hard too, so maybe I'll get rid of that. I can place an X under myself. Why would I do that? This will work. Got rid of all them. I lost my tornado there, but it's fine. Basically, it's a movement-based game. For it's the takeaway here. So there's 2 question marks. Okay, got dash. So what's the goal here, I guess, of the game? Is this like just to survive as long as possible, or? This lasts as long as possible. I got shoot, by the way, so we'll keep it. So there's 2 triangles to shoot stuff. Punch him in the face, I guess. I think they might be getting locked up on each other, by the way. Yeah, they're getting locked up there, so they couldn't move the pogo there. Let's get rid of them. Or shoot. So we use this ability to shoot him. I was very, like, weak. Oh, you can actually, like, use the ability to waste a turn, so to keep that in mind. Orbital Strike. Okay, let's keep this. We'll get rid of that one. By the way, this is a princess, moves in 8 directions. That's like, very new is basically what it's doing. Orbital Strike. For 3 squares, you attack everywhere. I mean, they're powerful, but I can't really use them for anything. Whoops, can't use this just yet. What attacked me? Was it the princess? No, it was the pogo who's attacked me. Okay, I'm very dead, I think. Crossed off, so game over. Alright, so that's Semiotron. Not a traditional roguelike. I think it's more puzzle roguelike than like traditional, to be honest, but whatever. Not much more saying that. I played it. You can't move. You have to probably just like reload it at this point to sort of play it. That's fine. So completeness. That's the only thing I note, by the way. It felt like you were lacking, like, a means to, like, why basically we play this. Like, it's just something to kill time with, and that's all it is. Stack-wise, yeah, controls were not that great. I could tell what everything basically was. Tactile puzzle solving, not much more saying that. Innovative. I'll note that's a thing. I haven't seen him basically in a roguelike fashion. A roguelike fashion rather. Now, I'll note the main thing that's basically like, hampering you here. There's like no scoring or no objective really, so it's like, why am I basically like doing this? There's like no levels or anything to basically like, progress. You just like survive as long as possible. So that might be fine for a roguelike, but not for a traditional roguelike. So is it a traditional roguelike? No. It's far too puzzle based. No thematic, like, like this is the same problem I have with Jairus, like, die to die. It's just like, there's like no, what was like Jairus' game? Let's just go up here. Die, die. The problem is, like, you know, it's a puzzle roguelike. It's not really, like, you know, a, like, traditional roguelike. And, like, you know, there's no immersion, basically, is the thing, right? So, you're basically just, like, you know, a square that's basically surviving. So you're just trying to keep your piece alive. So yeah, that's like the thing. Like, you know, your game was like fine for like, you know, Cinderella, but basically for the, you know, like Fortnite, I think the main problem is that it wasn't really traditional. Like, I'm not basically your, like, you know, original game, and I'll just go with the Cinderella entry here. The plush toy one. Soft toys having a hard time. This actually felt like a traditional roguelike, and you know, I think it's basically like, you know, fairly like, you know, teeny for what it basically was. Like, it wasn't a roguelike or anything, but you know, this was basically very traditional. The other one basically feels like it's more like, you know, like, you know, it's more puzzle based, and this wasn't. So, if this was basically introduced for like the roguelike Fortnight, I actually say this is traditional, but you know, what you had here was not. So, overall, you're going to get a 2.6. If I get the chance, I'll go back to play Soul X2, but this might be it for like, you know, my endeavors with like, you know, the Roguetemple's Fortnite. We'll see how it basically goes, but you know, for now, take care.